Imagine waking up one morning to find your entire world gone. No home, no savings, no certainty. This is what happened to the Martinez family when a sudden fire wiped out their house and everything inside. The smoke wasn't just in the air, it was in their hearts, thick and suffocating. But this is not just a story of loss, it's a story of how they rebuilt from the ashes, brick by brick, hope by hope. The first challenge was the raw reality of having nothing but the clothes on their backs. With 2 kids and no immediate support, the Martinezes faced homelessness. But instead of sinking into despair, they transformed their setback into a starting point. They found shelter in a cramped community center, filled with strangers, but also with shared resilience. Here they learned their first lesson. Community is a lifeline. They began volunteering, offering what little they had, time and care, to others, creating bonds that would soon become their support system. The community center was a bustling hub of stories and struggles where people shared their experiences and resources. Maria and Jorge found comfort in listening to others who had faced similar hardships, realizing they were not alone. The center organized workshops on budgeting, job searching, and emotional support, which the Martinez family eagerly attended. These sessions not only provided practical tools, but also fostered a sense of belonging and purpose. Next came the financial puzzle. With jobs lost in the chaos, Maria and Jorge had to rethink everything. They couldn't rely on old routines anymore. So Jorge took apart an old bicycle he found at a donation center and turned it into a mobile repair shop. Each fixed bike was a small victory, a step toward stability. Meanwhile, Maria, who loved cooking but never saw it as a career, started selling homemade tamales from a small cart they cobbled together. Their strategy was clear: use what they had, learn fast, and create value from scratch. Jorge spent hours tinkering with bicycles, sometimes working late into the night by the dim light of a borrowed lamp. He studied repair manuals online at the community center using their shared computers. Word spread quickly about his affordable and reliable bike repairs, and soon, neighbors lined up with their broken bikes. Each repair not only brought in money, but also restored Jorge's confidence and sense of purpose. Maria's tamales became a beacon of warmth and comfort in the neighborhood. She experimented with recipes, using ingredients donated by local grocers and farmers. The smell of her cooking drew customers from the community center and beyond. Children waiting for their parents after school would gather around her cart, savoring the delicious food and sharing stories. Maria's passion for cooking blossomed into a small but thriving business, one that brought joy and nourishment. The obstacles were relentless. There were days the kids, Ana and Luis, asked why their old life vanished. Maria and Jorge answered with honesty and hope. They talked about the strength found in rebuilding, about the future being a blank canvas. They involved their children in daily chores and small business tasks, turning hardship into lessons about responsibility and resilience. This was their unique approach, turning pain into purpose, fear into fuel. Ana, the older of the 2 children, took on the role of helping her mother with tamale sales and bookkeeping. She learned to count money, manage inventory, and communicate with customers. Luis, younger but equally determined, helped his father by fetching tools and organizing the repair space. Through these tasks, the children developed a sense of belonging and contribution, which helped ease their feelings of loss and uncertainty. Slowly, the community they helped began to reciprocate. Neighbors pitched in with tools and materials, a local shop offered a small loan, and an online crowdfunding campaign shared their story far beyond their neighborhood. Each contribution wasn't just aid, it was a vote of confidence, a reminder that their journey mattered. The crowdfunding campaign was a turning point. Maria's sister, who lived in another city, helped set up a page and shared their story on social media. Donations poured in from strangers, moved by the family's resilience and determination. The funds allowed the Martinezes to purchase better equipment for the bicycle shop and expand Maria's food cart into a small stall. The outpouring of support also brought emotional encouragement, reminding them that people cared and believed in their potential. Months passed, and the Martinez family moved from the community center to a tiny rented apartment. The bicycle repair shop grew into a small storefront, and Maria's tamales became a local favorite. But the real transformation was in their mindset. They learned to embrace uncertainty, to celebrate small wins, and to see setbacks as signals to innovate rather than stop. Their days became structured with new routines balancing work, school, and family time. Evenings were spent planning future goals and reflecting on progress. Jorge enrolled in a community college course on small business management, eager to improve his skills. Maria began experimenting with catering for local events, expanding her culinary reach. Ana and Luis thrived in school, motivated by their parents' example. What can we take from the Martinez story? First, when faced with overwhelming loss, anchor yourself in community. Reach out, give back, and build connections. Second, leverage your existing skills and passions in unexpected ways to generate income and purpose. Third, involve your whole family or support system in the process, turning challenges into collective growth. Finally, remain open to help and new opportunities. Sometimes, rebuilding means accepting support you never thought you'd need. Their journey teaches us that resilience isn't about avoiding hardship, but about how creatively and courageously we respond. When life burns down your old world, don't just grieve, build. Like the Martinez family, you can rise from the ashes, stronger, wiser, and ready to paint a new future with your own hands. Beyond their immediate recovery, the Martinez family's story inspired others in their community to come together in times of crisis. They started organizing neighborhood meetings to discuss disaster preparedness and mutual aid. Their experience became a catalyst for collective resilience, reminding everyone that even in the darkest moments, solidarity and innovation could light the way forward. In the years that followed, Maria and Jorge expanded their small businesses into a community hub where others could learn new skills and find support. They hosted workshops on bike repair and cooking, empowering neighbors to create their own opportunities. The children grew up with a deep understanding of perseverance and compassion, values that shaped their futures. The Martinez family's tale is a testament to the power of human spirit and community. It shows us that while disasters can strip away our possessions, they cannot erase our capacity to hope, to rebuild, and to inspire. Their ashes were not the end. They were the fertile ground for a new beginning, one built on courage, creativity, and connection.